Okay, boys, before we begin this video, I do want to state that this video and the news of Larry Warford getting cut by the Saints actually made me kind of have to change my whole upload schedule that I basically had, set in stone. But, I mean, I guess it's okay, we'll just have to deal with it. But, as we all know by this title, we are going to talk about, Larry Warford getting released by the Saints, and the possibility of him getting signed by the Atlanta Falcons. So let's get started. So as you can tell by the title of this video is about Larry Warford getting released by the New Orleans Saints and maybe him potentially coming to the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Larry Warford is not the best offensive lineman you'll ever come around. He's not like Zach Martin, but he could be a pretty damn reliable, good offensive lineman if you really think about it. Larry Warford was taken in the third round of the 2013 draft by the Detroit Lions. In 2017, he signed with the New Orleans Saints. Yes, you get that. And he made 3 straight Pro Bowls with the Saints. So 2017 to 2019 were all Pro Bowl seasons for Larry Warford. And, that is really impressive. Larry Warford is a guy that, I really feel can, be able to, help this offensive line in Atlanta. He's a guard. We could throw him over on the left side. And while Matt Hennessy may develop into a pretty good, offensive lineman, he's probably going to be Alex Mack's replacement. And if we can get a Larry Warford on this team, it could really complete our offensive line. We're Jake Matthews, Larry Warford, Alex Mack, Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarry. That could really end up completing our offensive line. Now, what we do have to look at is the cap. The Atlanta Falcons probably would have to end up, how do I say this, freeing up some cap room to get Larry Warford on this football team. We currently have the third least cap room in the NFL. And if we want to, sign Larry Warford, we also have to take into consideration, our draft, picks. We have to sign them. We have to take lots of that into consideration when, we want to sign Larry Warford. And, if you really think about it, it could be a pretty damn good offer at the end of the day. He, like I said, he could possibly complete, our offensive line here in Atlanta to make our offensive line a decent offensive line, to be honest. Larry Warford and being released by the Aints, that move, I kind of feel like, it was, not, the smartest move, but I also kind of get it because they made, that, pretty dumb draft pick of picking, that, Cesar Ruiz center, although, you basically had, Patrick Queen in your pocket for the New Orleans Saints. So, I mean, we really gotta think, is this a smart move? Larry Warford, I do think would, want, around the $8-9 million mark. And if we want to get an Everson Griffin, or maybe even a Jadeveon Clowney, which probably won't happen, I'd go with Everson Griffin. What we may want to do is we may want to, really think about this. What do we want? Offensive lineman or pass rush? We've addressed the pass rush. We have Tack still. Tack could maybe break out. What would I do? I would try to go out and sign Larry Warford if I'm the Atlanta Falcons. Do we do it? I don't know. Something tells me that they probably wouldn't want to do it. But I do feel like, it is definitely worth getting, it's definitely worth it. Larry Warford can be an absolute great piece to this offensive line here in Atlanta. So, in conclusion, should we get Larry Warford? I say yes. Do I think we'll get him? I don't know. I would hope we do. If we do, it could really complete our line. But that is going to do it for today's video. I will see you on Wednesday for another video. Rise up.